Welcome to a mindful moment. Remember, we're listening to the sound of this chime for as long as we possibly can. This is our signal that it's time to start paying attention to how we're feeling, how our breath is moving in our bodies, and what we're thinking about today. Take a deep breath in and out. Start to move your shoulders a little bit. Inhaling, rolling them up and back. Exhaling, back and down. Breathing and making slow, big circles with your shoulders. Take one more big circle, whatever direction you're moving in. And the next time you're inhaling, reverse the direction of your shoulders. So circling them back and up, exhaling, rolling them forward and down. Noticing how your shoulders are feeling today. Maybe you want to bounce them a little bit. Maybe a little shimmy shimmy. Then we're going to inhale, reach our arms up. You can zipper your fingers, turn your palms to the ceiling, stretch your spine long, and then exhale, lean over to one side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean over to the other side. Move with your breath. The next time you're breathing in, come back to center. Then we're going to exhale and twist. So turn and look over one shoulder, turn your shoulders. Inhale, come back up to center with your arms reaching up, and then exhale, twist to the other side. Inhaling to center, exhaling to twist. And then the next time you're coming up to center, you can exhale your hands down to your lap. We're going to move through cat and cow, so you can do this sitting down. Maybe scooching to the edge of your chair if you're in a chair. Or maybe you want to try this on hands and knees. Wherever you are, you're going to inhale into your cow pose, looking up. And exhale, round your back, drop your chin into the cat pose. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. And then we're going to meet with a neutral spine, so somewhere in between the cat and the cow. And if you are on hands and knees, you can come to sit, or maybe you want to stay on hands and knees. I just want to show you a breathing practice that I like to call horse's breath. This is really nice if you're someone who grinds their teeth or you get a lot of tension from stress in your jaw. So you take a deep breath in. And then when you exhale, you flutter your lips. Sometimes it's easier if you're hanging your head down a little bit. Sometimes I spit when I do this, so you can bring your hand up in front of your face if that's something that's happening for you. Take one more. Now we're going to wake up the core with some plank pose. So you can do plank pose on the floor, or you can do it up on the wall. If you're doing it on the floor, you bring your shoulders over your wrists. You're in the top of a push-up. Try and get your spine in one long line. So your hips and your head all in line with your spine. We're gonna take 5 breaths here. If this is too much, you can also lower your knees down. Just make sure you don't look like a table. Make sure your hips and your head are still in line with your spine. Let's take 5 breaths here. Push your hands into the ground, nice and even. 3 more breaths. Last breath. You can make your way to rest in a child's pose if you want to. Make sure your head is supported. Whenever you're ready, make your way up to sit. We're going to move into a boat pose. Remember, in the boat, we're still working with the core, and there's a few different ways to do the boat. You can bring your feet up onto the wall, or you can take your hands behind your knees and hold on to your legs while you rock back, balancing on your bottom and lifting your toes in line with your knees. One of my favorite ways to do boat pose is to take a towel around my feet and then hold on to the towel while my legs are up. This helps me balance more on my bottom and less on my lower back. Keep your spine super long, lift your heart. Let's take 5 breaths here. If you're feeling comfortable, you can start to straighten your legs. Two more breaths. Last big breath in. Exhale, release your feet down to the ground. You might like to hug your knees in close and bring your head to rest. Maybe your head touches your knees, maybe not. Maybe your chin is just resting on your chest. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna make your way up to standing on your knees, and we're gonna do a back bend. We're gonna do a camel pose. So remember this one, we want the hips over the knees. So if you want to use a wall, you can, just bringing your hips right up onto the wall. Tuck your toes under. Start with your hands on your lower back, make that camel hump. And then push your hips into the wall and lean back. Maybe your hands can find your heels. Keep your hips on top of your knees wherever you are. Maybe your head drops back. Maybe you keep your chin on your chest. Take a couple breaths here. And when you're ready to come out, you're going to bring your hands back on your lower back, come all the way up. If you're close to the wall, back up a little bit, and we'll all meet to rest in a child's pose with our head resting on our hands or maybe on a pillow. Take a few breaths here and notice how you're feeling. Making your way up to sit when you're ready. We're gonna do one more pose before we center and finish. We're gonna do legs up the wall, or you can use a chair or the couch to bring your feet up to rest. To get into legs up the wall pose, you're gonna lay yourself down with your bottom really close to the wall. And then you're gonna roll yourself so that it's like you're sitting on the wall. Some people like to do legs up the wall sitting like a butterfly or crisscross. I like to do my legs straight up. Bring your hands to rest on your belly. And we'll see if we can make our hands rise up when we inhale and feel the hands falling as we exhale. Feel your spine relaxing into the floor or your bed or a towel or a carpet, whatever you're laying on. Let your shoulders relax. And sometimes I like to imagine that my legs are resting up the trunk of a tree. We'll take 4 more breaths here. Inhaling, big belly. Exhaling, belly falls. Maybe you reach your arms up overhead if you've got the space. Take a deep breath in, reach your toes to the ceiling, fingers towards the opposite wall. And then to come out of this pose, you're gonna let your feet slide down the wall and roll yourself over to one side. Whenever you're ready, make your way up to sit. Bring your hands over the center of your chest. You can close your eyes here, or maybe you look down at a focal point. Just noticing how you're feeling now. Noticing what you're thinking about. Whatever's on your mind, breathe in and notice it. And then breathe out and blow it away for now. Let's turn our attention into the heart. So notice what's in your heart today. Whatever's in your heart, surround it with the color that you love most. Whatever color is in your heart. And then breathe in what you love so that it moves through your whole body. And then as you breathe out, send that love out into the world. Inhaling love. And exhaling love. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you soon.